The opinions expressed on this program is not necessarily those of the Emily Pearl Show, its sister stations, its affiliates, or its sponsors, but it is those of the individuals themselves who express it. While the Emily Pearl Show does take stances on individual issues, the show itself remains an entertainment platform. Free thought is a philosophy and not a policy.
It's the 901 show. 901 show. 901 show. Get on this hot mic. The 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. The 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot mic. The 901 show. Hot mic. The 901 show. Hot mic. It's the 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot mic. The 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show.
Well, hello, everybody. Okay. I didn't think I was going to make it. I had some computer trouble issues. Yeah. So I've got to contact everybody now because I had typed a message that I might not make it in time. So that means I'm going to have to let everybody know that we made it. And that we are in the studio. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in a co-host of the Moses so she can go ahead and talk to everybody and let you guys know that we are live. All right.
Hey.
Excuse me, Silver. Hey.
Hi there. Well, you got a cute little hairdo.
Well, I'm trying to be Star Trekky tonight.
Yeah. So you pull that one off.
Thank you. Yeah, so I gotta now let everybody know in Messenger, especially our regulars, that I did make it in time to go live because I put a post on there. I started to put the post on there, but then I thought, well, I want them to know in time in case they want to plan something else, And so I said, well, pretty much as soon as I got the post on there, a stupid computer went ahead and started acting right. Okay. But it does that automatic update um that the computer Microsoft does. And depending on how many files you have on your computer, it can take a long time. Hi, Mary. I'm real glad you made it. Let
Hi,
everybody
Mary. Hello.
let everybody else know we made it because we're going to go into space. Hey, Douglas. Douglas is there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Doug. Oh, happy birthday, Doug.
yeah. Happy birthday to you, Douglas. See, I'm having to let everybody know that we are live because I had made the post, on the Facebook that I didn't know I was gonna make it in time. My computer was updating with the Microsoft update ban because I have a lot of stuff on my computer. It takes a long time for mine to do this updating. So I'm letting everybody know, yeah, we are live tonight. I made it in time. I didn't know if the computer was going to update. So Sybil, go ahead and talk to the audience while I continue to notify everybody, okay?
Well, all right. I want to welcome everyone to the 901 show. And we're going to have a great outer space adventure tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. Emily always has a surprise up her sleeve. And she's got her cute Star Trek hairdo on tonight. And I'm always amazed at the many looks that she gets with her hairstyles. I mean, she is very versatile.
Thank you.
So, yeah. And we're just going to have a ball tonight. Call your friends and tell them to tune in because, we always have fun on the 901. And I want to thank everyone for supporting Emily in her shows. Of course, Tuesday night is the 901 show. And then Sunday at 1 is Let's Talk About Angels, which is a very inspirational show. And I'm sure that she inspires many people that she don't even know about. And because not everyone comes to the comment column, but I have had people tell me how much they have been inspired and encouraged by her ministering on the Let's Talk About Angels.
Oh, thank you.
So you are helping people out there. Sometimes we plant seeds and we just don't know where these seeds are going to fall.
And glory be to God. I give God all the glory.
Oh yeah.
Amen.
And then, of course, Friday nights is the Emily Pearl show.
Mm-hmm.
And you just never know what you're going
Yeah,
to see when you tune in.
true that.
Yeah. And we are open to suggestions if there's something that you would like to see on one of our shows.
Especially our top fans.
Oh, yes. Especially our circle of top fans. Feel free to let us know. And I'm sure she'll do her best to accommodate you. And we do have a special guest. So open to suggestions for that. And our show is your show. And of course, we couldn't do these shows without our audience.
That's right.
And if me and Emily want to do a monologue, we'll just get together and go have some coffee or something. But the show is no fun with just us. And we just want to.
What did you say? A monologue. You're so funny.
And, we just need people with us. People do need people. And Barbara Streisand, she's one of my favorite singers also of all times. And she had a big hit song. One of her signature songs is People Who Need People Are the Luckiest People in the World.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I remember that song. Love that song.
She was very unique in her style. There's never been another person that comes close to singing like Barbara Streisand.
Yeah,
She was
I'm trying to get my captain's chair right. My captain's chair not
oh,
fitting right.
okay. I thought you was looking like a little wiggle worm, like you was just ready to couldn't wait to
Trying
get
to
out in space.
just trying to get my captain's chair right.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we're
you gotta
gonna,
do that. If we're gonna take a trip, you gotta be comfortable.
yeah, and going way out of space too. You know, that's a long ride.
Well,
'Cause-
it sure is, but I'm sure the astronauts were just fascinated of when they were up there and looked down at Earth. Can you imagine such a beautiful sight that was? And sometimes I think, you know, me and my imagination, of course, gravity's out there holding up Earth, but sometimes I think, what in the world would happen if gravity took a little vacation, just wasn't there? How far would Earth fall? And I'm sure, I don't know if you fall down, up, sideways, or what, but that would be a terrible state to be in if we didn't have gravity. And I really appreciate the fact that gravity exists.
yeah, all of the filament. That's called the filament from the scriptures. The universe is a filament. God's filament. He can drop it anytime he wants to.
Well, he sure can. Drop
But we hope he don't. Not tonight.
I know, because I like hanging around in our solar system. I don't go no further without knowing where I'm going.
Me too.
But-
Me too. Right.
But anyway, space is just filled with a lot of wonderful adventures, and maybe the alien was messing with your computer tonight.
Oh yeah. I mean, didn't want us to come up there, but we going anyway.
Hey, Ernestine. Hey, Ernestine.
Yeah, hello to all of you guys. Sandra, Marcus, Ernestine, Mary, Douglas, and maybe some more that came in. But anyway, we're not gonna prolong the time because we want the full tour. And we don't want no short stuff like that video that didn't play, that movie that didn't play last week. We don't want none of that. We're taking the full tour tonight because it's a lot to see. That stuff is kind of creepy, kind of make your skin crawl, but then it's still so fascinating too.
Well, I got my lights on, so I won't get scared.
Oh yeah, I got lights on, fan on, everything. I got all the lights on in the studio.
I got my balcony door closed so they can't get in.
Oh, I got my security system in on too. Because I can't hear outside what's going on.
Well, I'm excited about blasting off.
All right, we're going to take a little break, though. Get everybody ready. So you want to go grab some popcorn, water, tea, coffee.
Yeah, I bought some popcorn.
Kool-Aid, whatever you need, you know. And we'll be back, all right? So let everybody know that the 901 show is live. Right here.
I shared the show.
Thank you, y'all. This is the time for you to share and come on back, all right?
I am Keith Tucker.
Hey, do you have a big tree that needs to be cut down and you need it out of your way, but you can't afford to pay a price that is as big or as tall as the tree? Then you need to call Gray & Son Tree Services. They can get it done for you fast and reasonable. They are dependable, reliable, and experienced. Do you need lawn service too? Gray & Son Tree Services can and will also take care of your lawn and have it looking like the pretty green of a golf course. Call Gray & Son today for a free estimate at 901-486-3757. That's 901-486-3757. Gray & Son Tree and Lawn Service. Call today. A proud sponsor of the Emily Pearl Show and the 901 Show.
The Cupboard Restaurant in Memphis, Tennessee is world famous for some of the best food and Southern hospitality you'll ever find and is a celebrity favorite. Open from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. every day. The Cupboard Restaurant is located at 1400 Union Avenue, 1 block east of Cleveland, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Got a large group? Groups of any size are welcome, and catering is available. While you're there, pick up a copy of Charles Capella's world-famous Cupboard Cookbook. Check out their website at www.thecupboardrestaurant.com. That's The Cupboard Restaurant, 1400 Union, 901-276-8015. A proud sponsor of The Emily Pearl Show.
Well, we're back. I just got finished drinking me some water, such water.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guess what?
What?
Keith Tucker is watching us.
Well, hi, Keith. Yeah, and
So-
your laptop needs to come down. You just set your studio up.
Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention.
She needs to check her studio before she go live.
Well, I should. I'm glad
Oh,
I-
hi, Keith.
Hi, Keith
Where-
Tucker. and
Where's
what's
your brother?
guys? Kevin.
Kevin, yeah, they're twins. Yeah. They're both married, happily married, but I just gotta say, you guys, that they're some of the handsomest twin brothers I've ever seen in my life. And I used to couldn't hardly stand being around Keith when he used to come to Memphis. Because Keith lives in Maryland, is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
up there somewhere.
So when he used to come down here to Memphis, y'all, I would get fluttered all the time because he looks almost exactly like my last ex-husband. That's right.
Oh, wow.
Keith, I never told you that before. I wasn't gonna dare tell you that face to face. I don't think.
Well, this first
I
time
think
I
I
heard
told-
it too.
I think I told you in the car
I don't remember you saying that.
when we picked him up at the airport one time.
Oh, okay.
I think it was the first time that I met him.
And his brother looks just like him.
I
And
know.
they just recently celebrated their birthday too.
Douglas say my life is more amusing than his.
Oh yeah, Emily's got the greatest laugh.
So Keith, go ahead and share the show for us to all of your million fans and have them come and go out in space with us tonight, okay? So, hey, you guys ready to take flight?
Yeah, let's take off.
All right, well, I'm not going to delay it any longer. We're going to Harmony. We're going to Harmony first. It's called Tranquility. This is Expedition 33. Commander Suni Williams starts off her tour of the International Space Station with a look at its nodes, Harmony, Tranquility, and Unity, which include the crew's sleeping quarters and hygiene station. Destiny Columbus. All right. So we're going to go big screen. Wait a minute. I'm trying to go big screen here. Let me. Hold on. She got some sound with her, so I might have to turn the sound up a little bit. Let me do share screen right quick. And we're going to take it off and check out several. This is backed by popular demand because you didn't know they had space stations, that every country has space stations up there in space, remember? And I told you that they did.
Yeah.
So here we go, and we're going to start now.
Hello, I'm Suni Williams. I'm up here on the International Space Station. So this is Node 2. This is a really cool module. Of course, most of these modules you'll see they have 4 sides, and they're put together. That way we could sort of work on a flat plane, either a wall, a floor, another wall, or the ceiling. But, you know, again, all you have to do is turn yourself and your reference changes. The reason I'm bringing that up is because this is where 4 out of 6 of us sleep. And so people always ask about sleeping in space. Do you lie down? Are you in a bed? Not really, because it doesn't matter. You don't really have the sensation of lying down. You just sit in your sleeping bag. So here's one sleep station right here. I'm going in right now. You can follow me if you want. So I'm inside. It's sort of like a little phone booth, but it's pretty comfy. I've got a sleeping bag right here that we sleep in, so we don't have sort of like a little bit of a cover. We don't fly all over the place. But you know, you can sleep in any orientation. I have it sleeping, feeling like I'm standing up right now, but like you saw, I'm on the floor. But it doesn't matter if I turn over and I sleep upside down. I can't have it. I don't have any sensation in my head that tells me that I'm upside down. So it really doesn't matter. The sleep station is also like a little office. We've got a computer in here. As you can see, we've got a couple little toys. I've got some books. I've got some clothes and other things that make it sort of like home. I'm coming out. And just for reference, that's one sleep station. This one's another. Right here. There's one on the ceiling, if you want to call it. Right here. And then there's a fourth on the other wall over here. So all of us sleep in a little bit of a circle. All right, come on back. There's more to show you. I know that there's some questions about how to use the bathroom and how do you actually live in space like normal, like at home. I mentioned real quickly about getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth and washing your face. Well, how do you do that? Well, here is the bathroom, essentially. You get up in the morning and we have a little kit and it has all the essential things that you need, like your toothbrush and toothpaste and brush. See how much better the brush makes my hair look? I'm just joking. It still stands up straight. It doesn't matter where you are. It's always going to stand up straight while you're up in space. A lot of people ask about toothbrush and toothpaste. So luckily enough, toothpaste, you can do it upside right this way, is sticky and so it's to your toothbrush. Nope. Another cool thing is that water sticks to your toothbrush too. If you can see it, I'll have some water come out. And water is pretty neat up in space. It'll stick to your toothbrush and it will make a big bubble. And that's just by surface tension. And then you can drink it. So a lot of people ask about what do you do with the toothpaste after you brush your teeth. Two options. Swallow it, and it's sort of like mouthwash, but it tastes a little gross. Or you can just spit it out in a paper towel, and then you don't have to worry about it. Swallowing thing I wouldn't recommend at home. I'm only up here for 4 months, so it's not that bad. One of the most pressing questions about living in space, of course, is the bathroom. So let's take a look at that little piece of work. Come on. Here we are at the throne. This is awesome. You might have noticed the little moon on the outside. This is our orbital outhouse right here. And of course, it serves for two functions. Two right here. I'll show you. But you see it's pretty small, so you have to have pretty good aim, and you be ready to make sure things get let go the right direction. And it smells a little bit, so I'm closing it up. And that's, of course, for number two. And this guy right here is for number 1. So they're sort of two slightly separate functions, but you can do a little, essentially both, by hanging on right here and doing number 1 and number 2. I might add it's color coded so you really don't get it mixed up, which is nice. This is yellows for number 1. And also there's a selection of paper. People always ask about toilet paper. What do you do with toilet paper? What kind of toilet paper do you have? We have gloves just because sometimes it does get messy. We have some Russian wipes, which are a little bit coarse if you like the coarse type of toilet paper. We have some nice tissues, which are nice and soft if you like soft toilet paper. We have hugs just for any cleanup. You know, we were all babies once, and this sort of helps. And then if things get really out of control, we have disinfectant wipes just to make sure we clean up here. Because, you know, just like the water I showed you, the number 1 stuff can sort of go all over the place if you don't aim correctly. And did I mention both of these have a little bit of suction, so they should keep things going in the right direction. But like I said, sometimes things get a little out of control if you are out of control yourself flying around. So we have lots of protective stuff. And of course, you do have your privacy. There's a little door, so other people know that you're in there. Here's a pretty cool place. This is sort of like in your house where everybody meets in the morning. After you wash your face, brush your teeth, you want to find something for breakfast. And this is our kitchen. You might notice there's all sorts of foods here. It's like opening the refrigerator. You got all your different stuff that you want to have: drinks, meats, eggs, vegetables, cereals, bread, snacks. And that's a good place. That's where you find all the candy. Side dishes, and then some little power bars just in case. So we have all this type of food. Some of it is dehydrated, and so we have to hydrate it, fill it up with water. Some of it is already made, and then all we have to do is heat it up. So something like this, I'm pulling out barbecued beef brisket. Pretty yummy. Not only is this food made in the U.S., but we also have food here from Japan. We've got Russian food. As you can see, all these red containers are filled with food that's from Russia. And then we get some of our specialty stuff, some things that we like, some of our favorite stuff that your family can send up. In fact, I like fluffernutters, and so I got sent up some fluff so I could make my fluffernutter with peanut butter. So you have a lot of food up here, no problems.
All right then. So, how was that one for you? So, what you doing?
I'm enjoying the information. Wow, that must be something trying to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. It's a little bit too crammy for me. Audience, what you guys think? Mary says, that was nice. Well, we're not finished yet. We're going to do now Station Cupola. Cupola and Leonardo. Are y'all ready for Cupola? Wait a minute. All right, hold on. We're going to Cupola as soon as I can share the screen. We have to get Sybil, you act like you couldn't hear it. What was that you were holding up to your head? A speaker? Sybil, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Could you hear her? You act like you couldn't
every word
hear
she
her.
said.
What that you was holding up to your ear?
Oh, I was testing the earbuds on my speaker. My computer speaker is not as loud as I want it to be. I'm gonna have to have a friend of mine come by and check it out.
Well, that's why you're
My
supposed to
volume
wear
down
earbuds.
is not-
You put your
Well, but
earbuds on for
I
the
had it
show.
on.
Okay.
I
All
did,
right, so
I did, but it wasn't loud as I wanted. But anyway, that's very fascinating. What's next?
Hold on, I gotta do comments. Douglas says it was very interesting and funny. Mary says, but yes, very cramped. You're right, so, Mary. That's not enough room for me, and I'm little, but that's not enough room for me. But you know one thing, in houses, old homes like my home is built in like 1940s. They make the bathroom the smallest room in the doggone house, and that's still the same pattern in a lot of American homes. You know what I mean? And that
Yeah.
is just so inconvenient for me. I think the bathroom should be as big as your kitchen. You know, if you got a small
That would
kitchen,
be great. Yeah.
that would be so much better. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna look at cupola. All right, let's get started.
Cupola.
I'm Sunny Williams. I'm up here on the International Space Station. It's like a glass bottom boat. This is the cupola. It sticks down below the space station. It's one of those places you find yourself hanging out in all the time because all you want to do is look back at our planet. I think some questions I had were about what do you do in your free time? And you can't help but want to just come to the cupola and look outside as much as you can. And a lot of folks, I play this game with myself about where we're flying over the Earth. Try to come in here and just guess. After being here for a little while, you can sort of figure it out. You can tell different cloud types over different continents. You can tell different soil types over different continents. So let's see. And then, of course, there's a lot of ocean. So usually we're over the ocean at first glance. I will tell you in just a moment where we are. There we go. So right now we are right over Africa. It's a little bit cloudy, as you can tell. So we're right over the continent of Africa.
Wow.
Hey, what's that? I think that's a Soyuz spacecraft. That's the spacecraft that's taken us home to planet Earth today. Oh my gosh. We might have to go take a look at that. That's pretty cool. It's a little bit smaller than the rest of the spacecraft, the space station. So you'll see if we go there, it'll be a little bit more cramped. But we're going, you can look all the way back to the back of the spacecraft, which is where the Russian segment is. And then we could look all the way forward to the front of the spacecraft, where the Japanese laboratory, the European laboratory, and the American laboratory are. And then back to the solar arrays where we started this morning when we were looking out the Japanese window. So other questions that were here are, what would you recommend as a job? And to what type of person would want to be an astronaut? I think people who would like to explore, of course, people who like math and science, that's what this is all about. We have people in the office who are doctors, teachers, veterinarians, engineers, pilots. So all sorts of people become astronauts. And I think if you see, it's just sort of cool. So I think people who like to do a little adventure and like to do cool stuff probably usually become astronauts. Hey, one thing I didn't show you, or I talked about, but I didn't show you, was the exercise, another piece of exercise device, which is the advanced resistive exercise. And that's what this is right here. This is ARED. And you could probably see this bar. Let me just do a little bit of maneuvering here. Stand by. You have to set it up just like at any other gym. Hold on. Show you how this works. So you can see you can change your attitude just by going from one module to the next, going up from the cupola down here. This is what we call the ARED. And with this, you can lift weights based on vacuum in these cylinders, just like you do at home at a gym. For example, if I wanted to do a squat, I could do it like this. Oops. I should need some weight on this thing. I'm not lifting with anything, so it's too easy. One of the cool things you could do things that you can't do at home. For example, single leg squats with just one leg, because the other leg, you won't fall over. So all sorts of stuff. You can also do bench press. We have a bench that we could add on here, so you can work on your beach muscles. Hey, Aki, what are you doing down there? This is one of the cool things about space, too. It sort of looks like there's a big old hole here, but you don't even think twice about it. You can just jump over the hole, or if you want, you can go jump into the hole. I'm coming down. Woo! Then you can come right back up again, like Superman. Woo! We're lucky we have a really cool big space station that you can fly around in. That's actually called the PMM. You might have saw it out the window. It's a big silver canister. What's really great about that is it's essentially our closet in our pantry or whatever you want to call it. We have extra food down there. We have extra clothes. We actually throw the trash out down there. So it's nice and organized, and we have all of our stuff that we need while we're working in all these other modules all stowed in this location down here. And it's a lot of fun to play in.
All right, then. Well, I see we got some good questions. Let's see. Sandra says, really nice. I felt gravity under her feet. Says she felt gravity under her feet. Sybil says, how do they take a bath? Right. And then Sandra says, that's a good question, Sybil. And she already answered what they did with the trash, if you were watching. All right. Yeah, I see you said she answered the trash question. So there was a part of the ship called the Cupola, and the Leonardo. I guess the Leonardo is the part where they throw the trash. All right, then. So now we're going to another part of the ship. Let's see. We're going to. Oh, this is not. Hold on. I clicked on the wrong thing here. I'm trying to get me back where I was. Okay, I think this is it. Okay. All right. So now we're going to tour the Zara, and I think this is the Russian part of the ship. Zvida. Zarna, Zaya, and Zvida. Douglas says, one day this may become a trip for tourism. Oh, you true about that? Yeah, they're already trying to do that, Doug. So yeah. All right. So now
round trip ticket.
I probably can't afford the tickets. I know I won't be able to afford the ticket. Okay, hold on just a minute. All right. Hold on, Zarner and Zveda are ready to get going. And I think this is a Russian ship area that we're going to. The Russian part of the space station. Because like I said, each country has a section up there in the space on this huge space station. So what happened to share? Okay, I had it in there. It went out, didn't it? Let me get it back in. I got to put the audio in. Okay. There we go. All right. So here we go. Let's see what the Russians are doing.
Hello, I'm Sunny Williams. I'm up here on the International Space Station. So we're going into the Russian segment. Be ready. You don't need a passport either. It goes a lot farther back than this. We'll go take a trip and say hello to the boys down there in just a minute. Well, let's do that first, actually, and then we'll go down to the Soyuz at the very end. This is Yevgeny. Hi. Doing a little tour. This is the FGB, and what's cool about this module, it is actually the very first piece of the space station that came up in 1998. The space station has been around for about now manned for 12 years, but it's been up in space for about 14 years. And this was the very first. It is like the Russians' PMM. It has a lot of storage, as you can see. Можно? Снимаем. Чуть-чуть. Here we are in the heart of the space station, really. This is the service module. This is the central post. In case we had any problems, I know a couple of the questions were about what type of things do you have to worry about. Some of the things we have to worry about in space are fire. If we had a fire, if we had a depressurization, like we were hit by a micrometeorite and it made a hole, or if we had some type of toxic atmosphere. We use ammonia for our radiator, so there is a possibility that ammonia could come into the vehicle, and then it would be bad for us. If we have any of those problems, we come right here, which we call the central post. It is the main heart of the space station. It was also the first computers that came up here that ran the space station. And so behind this wall right here are these main computers. So we gather here as a group of 3 or 6 and then figure out how we're going to either fight the fire, patch the hole, or solve the toxic spill. And what's cool about this module, of course, it's the central post. It also has great windows right down toward Earth. It has controls to fly in visiting spacecraft if they need some assistance right here. It has Russian computers as well as American computers to help us control anything we need to on the space station. It's a couple of our crewmates back there, Oleg Novinsky on the right and Yuri Malenchenko on the left. And there's also a second bathroom here, which is really cool because 6 of us going to one bathroom is really tough. And so there's one bathroom here and one bathroom on the other side where I showed you. And you can probably see on the wall behind Oleg and Yuri some of the heroes of the space program. Korolev, Sergei Korolev, who was a chief designer of putting men into space. And of course, on the right-hand side, Yuri Gagarin, the first man to go into space. So just reminds us of our roots. Yuri, what are you doing? Что делать? Making coffee. Oh. Black coffee. Yeah. Good. Okay. Спасибо. I'm going to check this real quick. Make sure it's ready to go. All right, back to the Soyuz. I'm gonna stop here just for a quick second. You can see on the Russian spacecraft, there's also other modules that stick out, down, and above. Right here is, let's see, I'm trying to be oriented. That's a place where we do spacewalks from for the Russian side. There's Russian spacesuits in here, and also a visiting vehicle which brought fruits and vegetables and becomes a trash container when we undock. Up on this side is also a future place where they're going to do spacewalks from, and connected to it is Kevin's, Oleg's, and Yevgeny's Soyuz spacecraft. And now let's go see ours. Whoa. Извините. Это пробка.
Spouse.
Coming down. Looking in here. This is the Dawn probe right here, this big thing. This helps us connect to the spacecraft. This probe actually sticks into the cone, and that's how the spacecraft, our Soyuz, becomes connected to the ISS initially. That is then replaced by clamps, which are around here, that will allow the two spacecraft to be stuck together. And then you can remove the probe and the cone. You okay? All right, so here we are in the Soyuz. This is what we call the VETO, the living compartment, Vitovoy Otsek in Russian. It also has a little bathroom. It's not as good as the other bathrooms, so we try not to use it too much. It has drinking water in it if we need something to drink. And then, of course, it's filled up with a lot of cargo for us. Bringing up and also bringing back down. It has a second purpose when it comes back to Earth. It serves as a garbage container. During the descent, we'll get rid of this area right here, and everything that's in it will just burn up as it's coming into the atmosphere. So that way we can get rid of a little bit of trash. But the main area where we were on launch and where we're going to be on descent is down here, because we're not part of the trash. So we're in a safe place. So we're in the descent module, SA. It's a little small, but you can get in. Not sure how well you could see it here. Hold on for a second. I'm going to turn it up this way, just so you could catch and you could see. It's a little bit small, but we'll come in and show you around. You come in?
Probably not.
Okay. Got to move a couple things. We were just starting to get ready. We're preparing a couple days ago for our ride home. It's a little bit squishy, but everybody asks, how do you sit in the Soyuz? And you sort of sit in your seat like this. The seat is molded to your body, and so you can just sort of squish in here and be pretty relaxed. Everybody has a handmade seat for them. And then, of course, there's a control panel, and that's where we do most of our actions and work right here. There's hand controllers, which you can fly the vehicle with. And there's a stick right here, primarily used for communications when we're trying to talk to the ground. So 3 of us fit in here. Like I said, it's a little squishy, but somehow it seems like we all managed to get in here and fit pretty well. And it's a pretty safe ride home. You're probably wondering, what's all this junk behind us? Well, it's all of our parachute, first of all, and then it's all of our survival gear, just in case we end up landing in some strange place on the planet and nobody's there to rescue us right away. We have all sorts of survival gear with us, keeping us safe in here. So they pretty much thought of everything. And we'll be home on the planet within the next 12 hours. Pretty shocking.
All right. That is shocking, isn't it? All right, Sybil. Sybil has some more questions. I guess you'll have to Google those questions because we are not able to speak directly with her, Sybil, as you know that. Douglas says Sonny's hair reminds him of Medusa. Yeah, it was flying around everywhere, wasn't it? Okay.
Well, that was
Um,
interesting.
yeah, we're not finished yet. We got one more thing that we're going to look at right briefly. And we're going to take just a short tour of the moon. All right. I mean, it's only fitting since we're in space. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to miss the moon.
All right. Let me hear from somebody else besides Sybil and Douglas out there. Okay. Hope you guys haven't left. I think they're going to watch something else. Well, make sure y'all come back and look at the replay. Okay. All right. Here we go.
The moon. It's our nearest neighbor in space, and data we gather from its features can tell us a lot about the rest of our solar system. And through the eyes of the LRO spacecraft, we can explore the lunar surface in all new ways in fascinating detail. Our tour begins on the western border, where the near side of the moon meets the far side. The enormous feature is a lunar crater, and it's known as the Oriental Basin. Here, LRO's terrain map combines with surface gravity measurements from the Grail mission. This data reveals structure in the lunar crust beneath the surface, giving us a window into the geologic features of the moon's interior. Our next location receives little direct sunlight and has some of the coldest recorded temperatures in the solar system, the South Pole. The highlighted spots signify potential water ice based on temperature readings from LRO's Diviner instrument and reflectance from its laser altimeter Lola. Lola also allows us to peer into the darkness of Jacobin Crater by bringing us this digital elevation model. It's 21 kilometers wide and 4 kilometers deep, but it pales in comparison to the largest known impact crater in the Earth-Moon system, the South Pole Aitken Basin. Sitting on the far side, it's 2,500 kilometers across and 13 kilometers deep. We don't yet know exactly how old the basin is, but it was first seen in the 1960s by spacecraft flying around the far side. As much as we use LRO data to investigate areas we can't see from Earth, we also probe familiar territory on the lunar near side to bring back images with an all-new level of detail. This is Tycho Crater. It's around 100 million years old.
Ooh.
Here, the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter camera captures the central peak with a 100-meter wide boulder at the summit, the origins of which are still a mystery. Continuing across the moon's near side, we will arrive in an area ripe for future exploration due to the diversity of impact and volcanic materials. It features a prominent crater so bright it's not only visible through telescopes, but also to the naked eye. Welcome to the Aristarchus Plateau. Here, infrared shows the mineral pyroxene in orange and a splash of plagioclase in blue from Aristarchus crater. This region can tell us a lot about the rich volcanic history of the moon. As much as we study the moon looking for sites to visit, we also look back at places we've already been. This is because the new data that LRO is gathering helps us reinterpret the geology of familiar places, giving scientists a better understanding of the sequence of events in early lunar history. Here, we descend to the Apollo 17 landing site in the Taurus Littrow Valley, which is deeper than the Grand Canyon. The path the astronauts took over the course of 3 days is shown. The Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter camera is even able to capture a view of the bottom half of the Apollo 17 lunar lander, which still sits on the surface, as well as the rover vehicle. These images help preserve our accomplishment of human exploration on the moon's surface. Moving onward, we make our way to our final destination. This location contains regions that exist in permanent shadow, as well as ones that bask in nearly perpetual light. It's the North Pole. Detailed terrain measurements by Lola allow scientists to model sunlight and shadow at the poles over decades and centuries. Sunlit peaks and crater rims here may be ideal locations for generating solar power for future expeditions to the moon. This updated visualization of the lunar landscape stands as a testament to the functionality and abilities of the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter spacecraft. And as the mission continues to gather data, it will provide us with many more opportunities to take a tour of our moon.
Well, I saw pictures of the moon I had never seen before, not even in movies.
Yeah, that was fascinating. I think it's amazing all the planets that we can see so far, including the moon, are so nice and round.
Yeah. That's the thing about it, the sphere. All of them have the spheres. Can you say that word?
Sphere.
Shape. It wasn't gonna come out for me today. Just like my computer was crazy today, it just wasn't gonna come out for me. So anywho, I really enjoyed seeing the inside of.
Oh yeah, thank you for showing it to us. That's too crap for my style.
I know, right? Because see, we just can't go up there because
Oof.
I mean, even I think I like to see it on TV, but
I like to watch it. Yeah,
but I don't think I want to see it.
It takes a certain type of person to be cramped up for that long. 4 months is a long time.
Right. 4 months is a long time, and then you up there with everybody else, crammed in, and everybody else is sent. No way to get rid of the scent. I mean, they probably have a way to get rid of the scent, but I'm just saying. Mary says she enjoyed all the information.
They can't possibly take a good shower or bath. I'm sure they sponge around.
Well, she did not show a shower thing in the actual bathroom.
Yeah, I'm sure they got some kind of way of doing things like that. So, but she did a great job as a host. Tour guide.
That's right, Douglas. And Sonny, she's very pleasant. That's right. True planets are around, but asteroids are not. Asteroids. I think a lot of people have seen asteroids, on the movies.
They're different shapes.
They're all different shapes, and they are huge too. Some of them are even bigger than planets, for real. Yeah. All right, then, guys.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I was so engulfed with the moon till I got excited over here. I had to get twilly dilly thumbs and.
Yeah, I enjoy the moon. It's been hanging around a long time.
What?
The moon.
Oh, you say it's been hanging around a long time. Girl, you crazy.
Yeah, I really enjoy the moon.
But so has the sun.
Yeah, and the stars.
Mm-hmm. But I bet you've never seen it up that close before, had you?
Well, that's pretty close.
Or have you?
Claustrophobia just looking at it.
Have you ever seen it up that close before?
That's pretty close. I don't recall seeing it that close.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna let you go. Sybil ready to go. Sybil, are you getting all checked up over the moon, blue moon?
Oh, I gotta get me some water.
I told you to keep your water. Keep your water on your desk when you come into the studio. Okay.
Well, I just love this journey.
Yeah, we're gonna go and let everybody go now. Mary says thanks. Douglas says yes. About
Thank
the
y'all for
cow.
watching.
Douglas said, "What about the cow on the moon?" I didn't see the cow, but that crater. Ooh, man, that was spooky.
That's amazing.
But you know, they say that man has never been up there to the moon again. We've never had another flight to the moon before because there was an untold story. I've seen the movie too about Neil Armstrong and them when they went up there. That it was some actual aliens up there. They showed some footage of it. You know, you get glimpses of the aliens and stuff, and so they got them out of Dodge, and they haven't been back up there since.
Well, they probably won't feel made welcome. Trespassing.
Well, of course, I'd be getting out of Dodge too. All right, thank you, Mary. You have a good night too. All right, you guys. So that's I'm gonna turn it over to Sybil so she can just say her famous line.
Yeah, we had fun on the 901 and just journeying the stars and the moon and space. And there's no telling what you're going to surprise us with next. So y'all just have to tune in and find out.
Oh, that's right. All right, that's our time for tonight. We'll see you guys on Friday with You Never Know What. All right. Bye-bye.
It's the 901 show. 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. The 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. Hot night. The 901 show. Hot night. It's the 901 show. It's the 901 show. The 901 show. Get on this hot night. The 901 show. It's the 901 show. It's the 901 show.